Yo, what is up 32's gang? It is your boy TSM and welcome back to another video. And in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I made my vocals for my song Lavish. Now, this video is actually a continuation of a video I've already made. Roll the clip. I just dropped this song a little while ago called Lavish.
I'm sipping on that Martinelli's, feeling lavish.
I wanted to show you guys how I made the beat for it. So yeah, with that being said, let's go ahead and hop over to Studio One so we can just get right into it.
A few minutes later.
Once I had all that, I felt like I was done with the beat. So here's what all of it sounds like together. So yeah, if you guys have not seen that video, make sure you go ahead and click the link down in the description to go check it out. But without further ado, let's go ahead and hop over to Studio One so I can show you guys exactly how I mixed the vocals for this song. Alright, so jumping right into it, here's what the vocals sound like by themselves.
I'm sipping on that Martinelli's, feeling lavish. Got my shorty to the right and she the baddest. I remember all the days when we ain't have this. This one for my haters, I'll show you that I ain't average.
Let's go ahead and get into the vocal chain so I can show you guys exactly what I did. So the first thing I did was add this Pro EQ just to cut out the lows, and also I added some highs just to get a nice crispy sound on the vocals, make them sound a little bit brighter. And then with that, I went right into auto-tune, just M auto pitch. It's a free auto-tune that I use. I turn the speed and the depth down and set the key. Some people like to put their auto-tune before their EQs, but honestly, I found that cutting out the EQ or cutting out the unwanted frequencies first helps the auto-tune to perform better, because otherwise it'll try to tune those frequencies that you're not even going to want to have in the beat anyway. So putting the EQ first, I've found has helped a lot. So yeah, the next thing I added was this C4. And all it does is take some of those unwanted low frequencies and just cut them out even more. Just squash it down whenever it comes into play. So yeah, there was that. Next thing I added was this Triple D. I highly recommend this plugin. Very much worth paying. I think it's only like $50 for a bundle for all the Manny plugins. Very much worth it. What this does is it takes out that boxy feeling and also the harshness, the raw harshness when you're not recording in the world's most professional studio, you know? So, yeah, I added this. So I only used the boxy one actually, but this is what that sounds like, what it did. Here's without it. With it. And if you want, the good thing about this plugin I found is that you can scroll through and find the boxy sound. So you can turn this up and scroll through. And this is more of a boxy area right here. So I turn that up and it brings it down more. So yeah, that just helps get rid of sort of the room sound, I guess. Next thing I did was just added a de-esser to get rid of any of the pops and S's in my vocals. Set it at 7,245 frequency, and squash the threshold down. Yeah, I really just if you have a pop filter, that helps, but you definitely do need some sort of de-esser. You don't need this exact one, but you definitely need some sort of de-esser just to help finalize the sound on those vocals. Next thing I did was I added this compressor, which is what really made it louder. It's this Arvox mono compressor from Waves. I added this, and this is what really boosted the vocals to be loud enough to compare with the beat.
I'm sipping on that Martinelli's, feeling lavish. Got my shorty to the right and she the baddest.
So yeah, that just is what I usually use just to bring out the most in the vocal, volume-wise, just to help it match up with the beat a little bit. Next, I added another compressor just from Studio One and turned up the gain a little bit just so that it can, balance out the vocals a little bit more.
I'm sipping on that Martinelli's, feeling lavish. Got my shawty to the right and she the baddest.
That just added a little bit more volume to it. And then I did some subtractive EQing. If you want a tutorial on how to subtractive EQ in Studio One, just let me know down in the comments. I'll definitely get that to you guys. But yeah, just some final touches to the mix.
I'm sipping on that Martinelli's, feeling lavish. Got my shawty to the right and she the baddest. I remember all the days when we ain't have this. This one for my haters, I show you that I ain't average.
So next thing I did was I sent all of the vocals into a vocal effects chain where I added beat delay, and then another effects chain where I added room reverb, and then sent that finally to a bus channel where I added one more EQ just to shape the vocals a little bit more, and one more de-esser in case there was any still of those super high frequencies that I didn't want in the vocal. So as far as getting the actual sound, you'll see that there's actually a lot of vocal channels all at once, really. It's not just one thing. There's a big difference, I guess, in this sort of sound.
I'm sipping on that Martinelli's, feeling lavish. Got my shawty to the right and she the baddest.
And this sound.
I'm sipping on that Martinelli's, feeling lavish. Got my shawty.
And that's what you get when you stack the vocals. So I did 5 layers in the chorus. I had a lot of just background vocals going all at once, and then mix them accordingly. They all have the same vocal chain, but some of them are adjusted a little bit differently. But overall, it's the stacking that's going to get you that effect of just a lot of vocals, and it's going to really hit a lot better if you just have more vocal takes, at least in this style of rap or singing. You just want a lot of vocals. That's what gave it the sound that I was going for. So once I had the main vocal, I added this backup vocal.
I'm sipping on that Martinelli's, feeling lavish. Got my shawty to
I think the auto-tune on this one it should be cranked up, but it's not, because that's not really my singing range. I'm a little more comfortable being higher up on the octave, not the octave. I'm a little bit comfortable singing higher, and so that was a little bit more uncomfortable for me, but it added another layer to it. Playing with the main vocal, it sounds like this.
I'm sipping on that Martinelli's, feeling lavish.
Without it.
Got my shawty to the right and she the baddest.
And with it again.
I remember all the days when we ain't have this. This one for my haters, I show you that I ain't average.
And then finally on the last section, I added an in and out vocal where I did harmonies instead of just the plain vocal. So I'll play all 3 of those together.
I'm sipping on that Martinelli's, feeling lavish. Got my shawty to the right and she the baddest. We ain't have this.
So that just adds another layer of just harmony to it. Then I did a sort of ad-lib track where I re-said the line a beat later or so, just to add another layer to it.
On that Martinelli's, feeling lavish. Got my shawty to the right and she the baddest. I remember all the days when we ain't have this. This one for my haters, I show you that I ain't average.
You'll hear that in the background. And then the final thing I did was just add some ad-libs. The sort of, I guess, signature ad-lib I went with in this song was just the yeah. That just made it sound a lot better to me. So yeah. That all together just kind of created the sound I was going for. And then going into the verses, I cut out some of the backing just so that it didn't feel still like a chorus. You adjust the amount of voices that you have accordingly to what part of the song it is, how the beat's sounding, and so during the more calm parts of the song, I would only have one vocal with an ad-lib track, like so.
I remember all the days when we ain't have this, recording with the Apple headphones on a tablet. Told my mama I'ma blow up off the rapid.
And then going into the next part, I added a lot more voices.
All the days when we have been. Tell the people hating on me that it's gonna happen. Lost myself, I don't know where to go from here. It's hard to feel supported when there's no one near. But I'ma make it on my own, don't you fear. I'ma make it even if there's no one here.
So yeah, all of it together, ultimately it's just getting a sense of where you need more vocals, where you need less vocals, and just adjusting to the beat accordingly. So yeah, that's how I made my song Lavish. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did enjoy the video, make sure you smash the like button, leave a comment letting me know what you guys want to see next. And thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
I'm sipping on that Martinelli's, feeling lavish. Got my shorty to the right and she the best.